There. This is not blog post number 11. This is a special video that I'm doing to help a friend of mine that is doing a real great cause in San Felipe, Mexico, that I've decided to throw a little backing toward myself. This is a great cause, and it's amazing. To give you a little background information about what's going on, my friend Jessica Ireland's involved in breaking a cycle of poverty that's happening in San Felipe that the recipient of is everybody, but the people that you see that it affects the most are the kids there. And when I talk about poverty, it starts with being able to go to school. Now in San Felipe or in Mexico, school is free, just like it is here. The difference is you got to have all your school supplies. You got to have all your school supplies. You have to have a uniform to be able to go to school. You have to have all the expenses for peripherals, field trips, or whatever paid for, or you just don't go to school. And the interesting thing is, as you probably know, money up here, the value of it is a lot different than the value of money down there. Our money goes a long way down there. And, the school supply prices are the same as they are up here. They don't have sales like they do up here. The prices are about the same. So it takes $20, $30 plus for a kid to be able to go to school down there, to have all the supplies and what they need, just for the supplies, the backpack, and everything. So, and generally the backpacks are poor quality. They're not made really well. And what happens is these kids end up either not going to school sporadically, and most of them are out of school by the 7th grade. It's very, you have to have more money to be able to send your kids to high school, and college really isn't even thought of. I mean, these people live in shanties. A lot of times the kids are supported by very, very poor parents, and $20, $30 means a lot of money to them. And if you think about having more than one kid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids or something like that, it's just an amazing expense. So it's terrible. I mean, in some of the places that the kids live is just atrocious. My friend went down and saw some pictures of one of the kids that she's become involved with. And this poor kid lives in a house made of pallets and throwaway materials. I mean, pallets and throwaway materials. No air conditioning, nothing. I mean, this little boy, I believe he's 11 years old. He has to sleep outside because if he sleeps inside, he might suffer heat stroke because the temperatures are as terrible there as they are here in Phoenix. The variation is just amazing. So this poor kid has to sleep outside. The inside of his house is dirt floors. So my friend Jessica has taken on this special cause to be able to help the kids of San Felipe and help the one little boy, Ellys, that I was just talking about that sleeps outside. There's some more about Ellys' situation I'm going to talk about in a minute. But let's talk about the backpacks for a second. My friend Jessica Ireland, through donations of family and friends and amazing amount of time that she's put in, decided to take backpacks from up here that are filled with school supplies and give them to children down there. She goes to Goodwill, wherever she can find backpacks, and she tries to make the money count. The donations, they go far, and she's grateful for them, but she can use more. So she spends her time, her effort to go out and secure these things and to make sure that these backpacks happen. She gets in her car, goes down to San Felipe, and, with very little compensation, virtually nothing, most of it comes out of her pocket, and she goes to contacts that she's made down there with missionaries and a priestess down there that organize dispersing these backpacks. So all the money that Jessica gets goes into this charity. 250 backpacks she ended up taking to San Felipe, Mexico just recently. And she worked down there volunteering in orphanages, doing amazing things. So her main focus is to try to stop or try to influence a cycle of poverty so it doesn't happen anymore. So the kids that she can reach have a chance. Now, I myself personally, I found it hard to get involved in certain charities because most of the charities that you get involved with, if you donate $20, you're lucky if the kids get $5, and it just goes down to salaries, it goes down to running the charities, it goes down to whatever it goes to. So I've always been a little leery about getting involved. This charity is different. There's no write-offs for this. This is just pure, out of your heart giving. And this is a call to give. This is a call to help influence a child's life. If you can imagine, if your kids, if you have any, or your brothers or sisters or cousins, were in a country like that, and they had no hope for being able to better their lives because they got the bare minimum of education, and their kids would have nothing more, and it just perpetuates a cycle of poverty where a backpack, a $20, $30 donation or less can influence a child's life and make it amazing. So I'm asking for people to get involved, to step up to the plate and help Jessica. She's got a couple of charities that are also coming on board, not charities, but she's got a couple of events that are coming on board, a bake sale and a clothes drive that would really help a lot also. And let me tell you, getting back to Ellys again, Ellys was in a wheelchair. He was in a wheelchair a year ago. He was in a wheelchair, no hope of walking. And a restaurant owner down in Mexico organized a fundraiser for him. And I believe it was approximately $2,500, somewhere in that area, that he raised, $2,300, excuse me, that he raised to help get this little boy an operation. He had a cyst on his spine and he couldn't walk. So this guy organized this drive to get $2,300 to help get the child an operation so he could walk, get the cyst, off his spine, and the rehabilitation to be able to walk. Now check this out. So this is the case. This kid now can walk, went through this rehabilitation. He smiles all the time. I've seen pictures. It's amazing. Jessica shared them. And this kid sleeps outside in a house that's made out of throwaway material that if you try to put something up here in the United States like that, it would be pathetic. It wouldn't happen. The government would tear it down. They would find something. There'd be a shelter. There is no public assistance in Mexico. If you're poor and you scratch by the best you can. So Jessica is trying to put a charity, or she's put a charity together where she's, out of the goodness of her heart and her time, she's trying to raise $3,000 to be able to get living accommodations that are fit for a human being to live in, so they can actually step up and have a good place to live and help move them up so they can once again in their life break the cycle of poverty, right? So she's doing amazing things. I suggest this. Come to the bake sale, come to the clothes drive. If you can't do that, get involved somehow. Donate some money. I mean, $5, $10, $20, it's not much. How much do we waste on Starbucks? How much do we waste on McDonald's? How much do we waste on cigarettes? How much do we waste on a cocktail going out for a happy hour with our friends? $5 could change a kid's life or help change a kid's life. $20 definitely could. I mean, Jessica donated, I believe it was $20 or $30 to help get Ellys English lessons for 2 months. $20 or $30 to influence a child's life. So if we can't do that, I mean, my gosh, I'm looking for roads to be able to donate. A lot of us don't have time out of our busy lives. A lot of us, we get so absorbed in what's happening in our lives that we don't get involved. Well, here's a way that we can get involved and we can make something happen that's extremely powerful with very little effort. So I'm going to place some links on the bottom of this blog in the comments section, or bottom of this video comment section. Please check them out. Get involved. Come to the events. If not, donate some money. I mean, it's not much. It doesn't take much to make an impact. We're all about love, man. It's all about sharing the love. We got good fortune in the United States. It's amazing what we have here. Giving a little back, it's amazing what we can do. It doesn't take much. There's always something that you can give. And I'd like to take a moment to say thank you. I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to Jessica for putting this together and giving us an opportunity to be able to help and make a difference. Thank you. Bye-bye.